Hola, mi gente. God bless you guys. Welcome to Cooking with Ray and Lynn. These are some of the ingredients I'm going to use today to make our rendition of quesadilla. So, welcome and let's get into it. So, first, just start off by getting the prep done. Cut just maybe a little less than half of the onion, maybe like three of these. Cut them into squares. That's how I prefer to cut them. I'm going to be using this to put into my black beans. And any black beans you can use, doesn't matter the brand. So this part, I don't like using the water that comes in it. I actually take it out, I clean it maybe 2 or 3 times before I use it. So it's up to you. You can use the water that it comes with, or you can clean it like I do. Totally up to you. So you're gonna start off by putting some oil, olive oil, cold pressed preferably, some minced garlic, and this is kind of be to your tasting. I use probably about a teaspoon of garlic in here, and then you're gonna go ahead and put your onions. And if it looks a little dry, just add a little bit of olive oil just to give it that good drench, and go ahead and start sauteing it. Definitely you want to mix it in, make sure it's in there. Now you want to be careful because garlic does burn, so just watch it. And then once you have it to your liking, go ahead and pour the black beans in, and with that same cup, go ahead and pour about 75% of that cup is what you're going to use. So about a cup, maybe a cup and a half. You don't want to use too much, so just make sure that the water is right above the beans. Go ahead and mix that in, and then we're going to start with our seasonings. If you know, Sazon Goya makes everything pop. This is something you definitely want to make sure you put in there. Go ahead and give it a good mix, and you're already going to start smelling the aroma once you put that in. Then we're going to go ahead and put half a teaspoon of garlic powder. I know we already used some garlic, but it just makes it pop. A half a teaspoon of onion powder as well. And this is one of my favorites to cook with, the Greek seasoning. So delicious. I recommend that you try it, but you can use any all-purpose seasoning that you like, but this is probably my top favorite. And I probably used about also half a teaspoon. And this is something new that my husband bought at Walmart. I really like it. I'm only going to use probably like a pinch of this because you don't want to overdo it. And this is my secret little ingredient that I love to put into my black beans. And you'll probably use about maybe a teaspoon, and then give it a good mix. Now, the important thing is to be gentle with the seasoning. And this is my little trick. Always have a separate spoon for tasting, so therefore you're not putting your same spoon, into the food that you're serving, especially if you're serving others that are outside of your immediate family. So definitely taste, and then you'll know if you need to add any seasoning of your preference. Mine is of course Greek seasoning. Love it so much. Now another thing we're going to add to the quesadillas is going to be corn. I personally like it from the corn on the cob. I don't like it from the can. I don't like the way it tastes. It has a weird aftertaste. So I like it straight from the cob. That's my favorite. So that takes about, I would say, about a good 15 minutes. You want to boil it. So I got everything going. My kitchen is smelling really good, and my husband's saying And it's really fun to cook with your significant other. I think it's another intimate way to connect and laugh, and food is just such a sacred, important thing for your everyday life. So it's really fun when you get to do it with your spouse. So you're gonna go ahead and put your corn in some cold water and let it sit for a good, maybe like 2 minutes or so. It'll still be warm afterwards, so if you want to do a little bit longer, you can. And then go ahead and cut off the corn. Is decob a word? I don't know. Let me know. Comment in, let me know, is decob a word? So go ahead, once you have everything, kind of use a fork to just kind of separate it to make sure you don't have those clunks. And yes, you'll see that when you leave it unstirred, it creates kind of like a film, like a little skin. And that's okay. Just keep stirring it. That's the important thing, is to stir. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you taste. You don't want to leave it too long and oversog the beans.
What I usually do is I usually put some olive oil on both sides of the chicken. Now I have some Padilla complete seasoning. Spread it on both sides, pat it down. You could use onion powder, garlic powder, salt, whatever you have there to season your chicken. Now, I put my olive oil in the pan, put it on medium heat. Okay, I got a little heavy hand. There we go. Great job, Ray. Now what you're going to do, you're going to add your pieces of chicken. 1, 2. Now I usually cook my chicken about 3 to 5 minutes on both sides. Now, that chicken looks so good. Now, sometimes when I notice that the oil is getting a little bit low, I add a little bit of butter. Okay? There we go. There we go, Ray. Don't tell the doctor, buddy. I ain't gonna lie. This chicken tastes so good. It tastes so good. There we go. There we go, Ray. Get it in there. Make sure you just watch your chicken. Make sure you're not gonna burn it or anything like that. I like my chicken a little crispy. Now, honey mustard homemade. Here we go. Got some regular mayonnaise here. 1 scoop. 2 scoops. And 3 scoops of mayonnaise. About 3 tablespoons. Have some regular mustard. Now this is probably about half of a tablespoon. Boom. There you go. And I'm going to do some Duke's brown sugar. Okay. The same thing. About a half of a tablespoon. There we go. Now also you want to add your honey. Okay. Do about a tablespoon of honey. Now if it's too sweet, add a little bit more mayonnaise. If it's not sweet enough, add some more honey. Okay. There we go. Stir it and taste it as you go, ladies and gentlemen, for your liking. But I tell you, so I added a little bit more honey in mine. I tell you, this thing right here, and boy, it tastes so good. Got to put it on this wrap. There we go. All right. Take the spoon, spread it around. There we go, Ray. Great job. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you guys cook this, just let me know how it turned out in the comments. Now, if you don't like my honey mustard, you can definitely choose something else, or it tastes, even tastes good without it. So you don't have to use honey mustard if you don't like it. Okay, here we go. I added my chicken that I cooked. As you can see, I cut up my chicken. Alrighty, I'm adding my corn that my wife cooked. Thanks, bae. She's my side chick, my main chick. Everything all in one. Okay, here we go. I got my mozzarella cheese. There we go. You can use whatever cheese you want, but I love mozzarella. And don't forget the black beans. The black beans will set it off. Tastes so good. You can eat it right. You can eat it right with the spoon. Doesn't matter. Tastes good. There we go. I added a little bit more honey mustard to mine. That thing looked like perfection. It tastes so good, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you. It tastes so good. Okay. So now I folded it. Now we're going to head to here's what I use for my wrap. Spinach. Try it. Tastes good. I was a little bit iffy on those type of wraps, but try it. Tastes really good. I got a little bit of butter. Got my temperature on medium. I cooked on both sides 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Okay. Flip it. There we go. Nice little crisp, nice little brown to it. There we go. Great job, Ray and Lynn. Okay. Alrighty. Let me see what we made here. Let me see if it's presentable. Let me see. We'll cut this puppy in half to show you, ladies and gentlemen, what we came up with today. You can eat it right through the camera. Tastes so good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching our channel. Please like and subscribe. God bless. And thank you so much for watching.